guys, this is Jon.
And this is Sethy.
And this is
Enduring Curiosity. On today's episode, we talk about
the MCG Newlyweds game.
And the weakest Gamechangers. Hi, Jon. We're on season 2.
It's season 2, finally.
We made it. Thank you all listeners for keeping us going, motivating us.
Thank you listeners for listening. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for commenting, reposting,
DMing us, like as you listen to the episode. That's actually really exciting.
DMing us, sending us emails. Thank you for Patreon exclusive members. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for paying my lunch. Thanks for coming over driving me over to my job. Thank you for giving me a little something.
Thanks for gooning to me.
You're crazy. I was thinking, how far should we go with this? And you took it from like 20 to 100 miles per hour. Oh my God. Well, thank you for everything that you guys do.
Thank you for everything.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it's good, wholesome content.
If it's in the spirit of us, thank you.
Yeah. So today,
unless you're a scalper, in that case, we don't like you.
Yeah, don't listen to our podcast if you're a scalper. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
So today, we got to talk about something kind of interesting, kind of fun, which is...
Not you saying I actually presented a really good topic, bitch.
You did present a good topic.
But not you saying actually got a good topic.
Okay, Johnny is being messy. Today, before we get to your fun topic of Gamechangers.
Yes.
The weakest Gamechangers.
We're
going to do a little, start of the season, fun little Newlyweds game. Do you know what the Newlyweds game is?
We're not even married.
Yet. Gets on one knee.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to fierce guardianship.
Oh my God. Fierce guardianship. The proposal is crazy.
Okay. What is it?
I know you're waiting for your knight in shining armor. So I know you're
my bigger, gayer magic. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, we're not newlyweds, but I figured we can play the Newlyweds game, which basically is who's more likely to do X, right? And so we'll both say, oh, you are, or I am, or whatever, right? But I made it magic themed, so it's fun and interesting and neat.
I've seen something like that where it's those reels where it's do you really know your boyfriend or do you really know your girlfriend?
Yeah, basically. It's basically that. So it's do you really know your co-host?
Do you really know your co-host?
Yeah, and they range from silly to crazy to
I thought you were about to say they range from silly to raunchy, and I was like, sir.
There's no raunchies in here, but I mean, I'm sure you can come up with your own as we go.
And we will.
Okay, so let's just start with an easy one.
Okay.
So who is more likely to forget their playmat at home and have to borrow one?
That's not fair.
1, 2, 3.
Me.
John.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're a little forgetful fish.
I'm surprised I even brought myself to the game.
You're a little Dan. Oh my God. Actually, granted though, most times we go play, you do drive me, which is very nice.
You're welcome.
So I did host at my house one time though, so you did not drive me there.
That was one time.
One out of dozens.
One out of a dozen.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's just because I have a backpack with all my magic stuff. It's like a to-go bag, or it's I have everything ready to go, and so it's easy for me to just pick it up and go.
Yeah, I have a tiny backpack. The only tiny backpack that I'm this is actually cute and this works because it carries my magic stuff.
It's precious. It's Spirited Away themed.
It is. It's got little the suits on it. The little suit sprites. Yeah, and then it's got the little star candies on there, and it's really cute.
It's precious.
Sometimes I look at it though, and it looks like it's either really light gray or it's a really dark gray. Sometimes I can't tell.
Damn.
But either way.
It's the dress again. But either way, it doesn't fit a playmat. So that's why.
It doesn't fit a playmat.
So I'm sorry to expose you to that.
That's okay.
Okay. Who is more likely to show up to a recording studio with snacks?
Oh, really?
1, 2, 3. It's you.
It's definitely me.
You're such a sweet.
I literally have snacks right now. I got a cookie. I've got some trail mix.
Yeah, you do be bringing snacks. But I do be bringing drinks sometimes. So I be getting us drinks sometimes.
We be getting lit up in the studio?
An itty bitty lady up in here. Y'all, if you listen to certain podcasts, there might have been a drink or two. Maybe we should do an episode where we take a shot if we do something messy.
I don't know how you are. I think you would get crazy. I
I'm
think
a
I would be
lightweight.
fine.
I'm a lightweight.
I figured out pretty early you were a lightweight when you came back from that thingamabobber and you were like, John! And I was like, oh my God, someone's excited.
Yeah, I get a little loosey-goosey. It's fine.
Okay, what's the next one?
Okay. Who is more likely to spend an hour talking about magic lore even when nobody asked?
You.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, you.
I just love the lore, y'all. I just love the lore. I think we should. Okay. I think we definitely need to do an episode. I'll pioneer it of the lore of Innistrad.
Oh, yeah.
Because Innistrad's one of the most beloved planes in all of Magic.
I do know like one puzzle piece of the lore.
Okay, I want to hear. Okay, for that episode, I want to hear everything you know before we talk about it.
Ooh,
And
that
then-
would be good. Yes.
You're like,
No, wait. We need to do like a what is it? Drunk history. Where it's like you tell me the lore but really quickly and then I try to retell the lore in my own version.
y'all messy like that.
It would be funny.
But that'd be a good one. Let us know in the comments if you're excited for learning about the lore of Innistrad.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows Edgar Markov, Sword Markov. You know, lots of awesome, amazing angels like Avacyn. Like it's a really
Lots
cool
of
plane.
vampires.
Vampires,
Lots of
werewolves.
werewolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question: who is more likely to counterspell their own spell?
3, 2, 1.
Me.
You. Yeah. Because I saw it happen.
Done it. I've done it many times, especially my Jorian deck where I want a double spell. If y'all ain't playing threats and I need my card draw, I'm willing to like reinterpret my own spell to get like the cheese ancestral visions out and like draw 3 more, 4 more technically with Jori. So I be in those is it streets.
That's pretty crazy.
I know. I mean, there's tactical reasons. I do think sometimes I like waste counter spells that way, but like I want to draw more cards.
You want the cards? I mean, you cast a spell, and then I think you offer you can't refuse yourself.
I did.
Just so you could give yourself treasures.
It's ramp,
which
okay.
didn't
matter.
Audience didn't even matter because
matter.
literally had all the land.
I hit my land drops. Maybe some of us can't speak to that, but I hit all my land drops.
Yeah, you hit all your land drops, and guess who still lost?
Oh. I think I would have won actually, but that's another.
That's
story.
a different story.
Yeah. TLDR, we ran out of time at the game store, and so we just had to like call it a tie.
We were flirting too much.
Yeah, we had a newbie there. We were flirting with Darius's date more than he was. That's the tea.
Darius even came up and said, "This isn't my date." And I just remember laughing, and I was like, "Yes, he is."
Yes, he is. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. Okay. Who is more likely to spend 10 minutes explaining a combo that doesn't actually work? 1, 2, 3.
You.
Me. Yeah, especially the spell seeker combo for CDH.
You were like explaining it to me, and it's like that meme where it's like the guy with the whiteboard behind him, and he's like moving really fast,
Yeah.
and meanwhile you got the Powerpuff Girls theme going on in the background, and he's like dun 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 dun, and he's like trying to tell you like how everything works, and I'm over here like, well, it didn't take more than 3 or 4 or 5 steps, so I'm lost.
Yeah, that combo takes at least 10 plus steps, and that's before you even demonstrate the loop of infinite mana.
Yeah.
So it's like crazy,
I
and it's
know.
literally just like doing a whole combo to get netted 1 mana, and then doing it whole again to net an additional mana before you can do the rest of the combo in the deck. It's like so goofy, but I am taking up the CDH streets. I'm trying to learn.
I'm trying to get your bite in.
Trying to get my a little nibble in there for sure.
All right, what's the next one?
Who's more likely to board wipe in an almost 2-hour game? 1, 2, 3. Me. You? Wait. Why do you think you?
I think if it's a really long game, I think if it's a 2-hour game, and I have been there, but they've usually been like 4+.
Yeah.
So it's a 2-hour game. I'm very tempted to just be like, I board wiped. Who has the most life total? Bitch, you won. And that's it.
Yeah,
I could have won if I don't care. I said who has the highest love title, and I just board wiped.
Damn, that's a whole new meta you're making right there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just play the stall stacks game and then life gain.
Well,
No, I said myself because I definitely am more of a control player, and I always play to win. I mean, if it's like actually like people want to move on and like people actually just like want to leave the game,
right.
I'll like read the room and like definitely not do that if that's the room.
Right.
But like if we're like still in it to win it, and like the best thing for me to do is board wipe, I'll board wipe.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we're all playing to like actively try to win, and I think that's a fun time when like power levels are equal, and then we all like use the tools we have, you know, however we can. So yeah, interesting. Okay, next one. Who is more likely to play stacks and then complain about how slow the game is?
Wait a minute. Three.
Okay, 3,
3, 2, 1. Me.
You.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do admit that, like, I talk about, like, I gotta play faster.
Yeah.
Because I do encourage people to, like, look at your cards while it's not your turn and then plan what your turn will be.
I know,
when
you were
it gets
getting
to you.
on Darius.
Well, okay. Well, he is the same person, love you, Darius, but he's the same person to be like,
I don't know if I do.
this game is taking
Dumb
forever,
bitch.
and also like, let me take a like 10-minute turn to like play one card and attack with 5 things.
That's just his inexperience.
Sure.
But he is making progress.
But and a part of that is like, just look at your cards before it's your turn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just think about when it's my turn with what I have, what will I do?
Right.
And then you'll get better. You know.
And this advice extends beyond our friend. It extends to y'all. If you feel like there are times where someone is like taking too long, just be like, do you know what you're doing on your turn? You know,
yeah.
like,
And it's like,
do you need any help? Because sometimes people need help.
Yeah.
And like,
because they're brand new players.
Because they're brand new players.
Right.
And they need a little help deciding. And it's like,
Like threat assessment, especially. Like, what do you guys think is the strongest thing?
What do you think is the strongest thing? And honestly, experienced players or newbie players, that can be a really hard thing to figure out. So you have to work with the people at your table to figure that out. So there's been a few friends of mine that I've been like, okay, well, what do you got? And they show me, even though we're enemies, I'll be like, what do you got? And they'll show me, and I'll give my honest opinion. I'm like, okay, this is good because you can blow up my biggest thing. This is good because this will keep you safe, blah, blah, blah. So stuff like that.
Yeah. I definitely, when I thought of this question, thought of like, what stacks is, and like there's a content creator named 33 Elk. We talked about it at our last game night, and they're known for like creating like really crazy stacks lockouts. So for example, you know, like the meld card Bracella, Voice of Nightmares. She's like a big old angel, demonic angel thing.
Yes. Very crazy.
Eldrazi. I run it in my angel deck, the meld, and I've never gotten it yet. So
I can't wait to hear the lore about that bitch.
Innistrad, baby.
Is that Innistrad?
Yes.
Oh,
it's
dang.
so cool. Anyways.
They had Eldrazi?
Yes!
Why are you
I just
yelling
peeked
at
so
me?
hard. I'm so sorry.
Why are you yelling
A
at me?
volume warning for everyone.
You can't volume warning.
I'm too excited. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, Bracella, Voice of Nightmares, is a big old Eldrazi angel, but basically she prevents opponents from casting spells with mana value 3 or less. And then
Like she prevents people from casting spells that are 3 or less?
They can't even cast it. Yeah, so most removal spells like Path to Exile or whatever can't even be cast.
And what is her power and toughness?
She is a 9/10.
9/10?
Flying, first strike, vigilance, lifelink.
Oh my god.
Get on this train, mama. Eldrazi Angel for the win.
New commander.
Well, you can't.
Why not?
Because she's a meld. So you need to have 2 different angels on the field for them to meld together. One's a 4-drop, one's a 7-drop. And then they can meld together to create this one. Like, it's like, you know how like you have 2 cards, they flip over, and then they come together for one big card? Were you there for that period of... You don't even know what that is, huh? You're just bullshitting. Name one.
Name one what?
Name one meld card. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Me and CGB.
Oh my god. You see, y'all...
CGB. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Bigger ear magic.
I mean, you like both of them. It can be a
No, I don't like.
triple meld.
Hold up. I'm sorry, CGB.
Damn, catching strays.
I don't like you like that. I'm sorry.
Catching strays.
I'm sorry.
You called them good looking on the previous episode.
That is not true.
Let's pull up the tapes.
It was bigger game of Magic. I did not say that about CGB.
Okay.
I said that about one of his co-stars,
Oh.
who, if you're listening,
The DMs are open.
the DMs are open. But there's also like a whole bunch of co-stars, so don't. It's not his wife. I'll say that much.
Damn.
Well, his wife is pretty.
You said they're both ugly, and then moving on.
Okay, anyway, moving on.
So Bracella plus Gaddock Teague, which is non-creature spells with mana value 4 or greater can't be cast.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically it's like a lock where like you can only cast creature spells that are 4 or greater, and hopefully that can remove Bracella. If not, she's just like a big beater or whatever. But what was I saying is that when you played that stacks, what 3/3 Elk says, someone was like, aren't you going to have long-ass games because you're having that lockout of all the opponents? And he's like, no, because they can't play anything, so they're just going to look at their hand, pass, look at their hand, pass, look at their hand, pass. My turn, so we can choose the 9/10, pass. And then just like...
It just keeps passing unless
they're
they
like,
draw big spells.
Yeah, they're like, that's quick if they just look what they have and realize...
You know what? That, honestly...
Because she has Vigilant and Lifelink, so like you don't want to swing into the 9/10 and give him more life.
That would have to be its own discussion because like that is gonna have to be its own episode because we're gonna have to talk about how as Magic evolves, the power creep of spells get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and do more and more things.
I really do want to talk about power creep because I have 2 commanders now that have been almost strictly better counterparts and been power crept.
Yep. But anyway, we should finish the rest of these things.
Who is more likely to laugh maniacally after getting someone to draw 20 cards after a forced draw effect?
Oh, mama.
1, 2, 3, Jon. Yep. You're like, I made you draw 20 cards.
And opponents can have no maximum hand size.
You will discard it all. That's funny. I think I used to have a friend. Shout out to Christian, your homie.
Christian?
Not your Christian.
Oh, I was going to say.
My Christian, who is Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh.
He's going for his doctorates. He's a cool friend of mine that plays Magic. And his first deck was a mono blue, like, Forced Fruition deck. Which is the card that says when a player would draw a card, they draw 7 instead.
Cards.
Yeah.
Wait,
it was like Mill with that too.
I think it's whenever a player casts a spell.
Oh, that sounds right. Yeah.
Whenever they cast a spell, draw 7 cards.
That sounds right. Yeah. But he basically was just like wanted to mill people, and that was one of the cards. And we talked about it for a bit because I think that effect is like actually not good. It's actually really bad.
Oh, drawing people cards?
Yes.
Oh, mama, my deck. You get punished for drawing cards.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. So there's different ways to take it. I think of it as like I'm giving you the resources to find removal to remove that card, and I just gave you 6 extra cards. So it's like it kind of frustrates me knowing that I gave someone an advantage. But if they're like losing 2 life each card draw, then it's like, damn, this got hit for 15 basically. It's like, oh, that'll kill someone late game. So I could see it either way for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We can move on to the next question. Who is more likely to bluff a counterspell even if they have no blue mana open? 1, 2, 3. Me.
Yeah.
Sethy.
We both do that.
I do it more than you.
Well, I mean, as far as you can tell.
Yeah. I mean, we both do it for sure. I just think it's funny because we have some players at the table that are like hate getting counterspelled.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm playing like my Selesnya green-white deck, and I have some mana up, and they're like, you're going to counterspell me. And I'm like, I have open mana. I can do that. Mana Tide.
You know what's funny is that my favorite is to do that with Jake because he genuinely is like, it's every time I threaten to counterspell him, it's so funny because it's like, it's funny because it's like, you can tell there's like a bit of banter to it, like a little playful banter because he's like, you wouldn't. And I was like, Jake, I motherfucking would.
Oh my God.
And then he was like, fine, I won't do it.
Oh, you changed the course of the game.
Sometimes.
Wow.
But then sometimes he's like, you know what? Do it. And I'm like, you got me.
Yeah. Tristan's really smart in the sense of like, he can give his cards uncounterability, like with some other effects and stuff. And so I'm like, well, I could have reprieve, which is return target spell to its owner's hand. And so it's not countering, it's returning it to your hand.
Oh, it's true.
And then he starts sweating again.
He's like, starts sweating. He's like, well, I could do this. And then he looks at the opponent like big blinking eyes, like,
Ding,
I
ding,
could do this. And then he starts sweating again.
Yeah.
Like, you better watch out.
No, I mean, he whoops my ass with those big old dragons anyways. But it's just funny being like, I could have a spell that would ruin your day.
Mm-hmm.
And then they like second guess everything. It's just funny. Who's more likely to try to politic and accidentally convince everyone to attack them instead? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
You.
Okay, maybe it is me, actually. I try to squeeze advantage everywhere I can.
You are that teacher before you're a Magic player. So, like, someone will be like, Darius is very like, I don't know who to attack. And you sweep in being like Mama Bird style, being like, well, you want to do this so you can get this value. But then so do I.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's like, it is kind of both of us, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, okay, this is a secret strategy. Really good advice that I don't tell people, but I'm going to put it on the podcast. So if you're listening, you're going to get some good tea. A lot of casual tables look to life totals to decide who to swing at.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm never afraid to take the early chip damage of like, I'll take your 3 damage, I'll take your 2 damage, whatever, right? Because if I'm at 35 and everyone else is at 40,
Right.
once someone has like an 8-8, they're going to swing at one of the 40 life people. So it's like basically saving me life overall by taking the early weak hit as opposed to the bigger mid to late game hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'll take your quick little hit. And I use it to my advantage even more by being like, yeah, you can get that little hit in, and then just later on, you'll let me get a hit in later or something. You know what I mean?
You politic.
Meanwhile, I'm playing like Voltron.
Right.
Get like an 8 damage.
Huge hidden.
Commander damage.
Yeah. A 9/9 swinging with fucking
a Buster Sword on
Buster Sword on and the
with
Reaver Cleaver. And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
I love it. I love it.
I would say that I do that in the sense that, like, I also nobody likes a game where somebody's not performing well. Like, it always feels bad when you're playing a game and it's like, oh, these people they are missing their land drops and they can't do anything. So, like, I think that's why with Darius's friend, we did not just, like, swing on him, like, every single time.
Yeah.
So that way he just, like, almost didn't even, like, have a game to play.
Because it's always like friends first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're playing Commander, but it's always friends first. It's more like a party game than it is a competitive game.
Yeah. And also I think I'm also fine. See, you're doing it for strategy. I'm doing it because I want a good game where it's fine to me to take a few hits to accelerate the board.
I agree 100%. Accelerate the board, accelerate the game.
Right.
I definitely think that like
you can play as sweaty as you want, but then the games are going to get stale. They're going to get boring.
Like if you have an early 3/3 and no one has any creatures, like you gotta use it. Like you're missing value if you don't attack with your creatures early on. And yes, it's like I hope people don't take it personally that they're just getting swung on with a 3/3 early game. Because it's like it's just part of the game. You still have 40 life. It's not like it's that big of a deal to take an early 3. Like, you know what I mean?
I would say don't worry about the early damage you take. Worry about when you're in the mid or late game and someone puts down a bomb of a creature or an effect, and now everyone's close to losing the game because of it.
And another good advice in that similar vein is if someone plays a big creature and you have removal, don't think you have to use a removal as soon as you see it get dropped. Hold it, because like, what if they attack one of your opponents? That's an advantage for you. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why a lot of times I just ask people, is this coming my way? Yep. Because then I know to like remove it if they're coming at me. Or if not, then...
You did that in the game we played.
Yeah, and it's like I'm just asking a question. And like the thing is I be up front and I say, you don't have to tell me. Like if you decide during combat to attack at me, that's fine. But I have my removal spell. So it's like, you know what I mean? I'll play that advantage if I can.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know. I'd rather encourage people talking about the game in general, too. So, yeah.
What you got next, Mama?
Who is more likely to get starstruck when we have a special guest? Like, let's say we have a really special guest here. Who's more likely to get starstruck? Okay.
3, 2, 1. Me.
John. 100%.
Yeah. 100%.
Yep. Imagine if we have, like, bigger, gayer magic here.
Mama, it would just be you and him. You know why?
In a closed room because you'll be glocked out.
No, because
You'll
be
pick
talking.
me.
You'll be talking. I'm going to be helping him downstairs.
Your mouth's going to be busy elsewhere.
I'm going to be talking somewhere else.
Oh, my God. Garbled, slobbering. Oh, my gosh.
And
naughty.
if he's nice, he might let me talk every now and then.
Oh, my God.
But
you see more reason. If you're listening, Bigger Gayer Magic, that's the services we can provide.
That's the services we can provide.
Messy.
That's the enduring curiosity guarantee.
The seal of approval.
The seal of approval.
Crazy.
No, when we had Kerrigan on, that was a lot of fun.
We both got really happy.
We both got really happy.
Yeah,
for that.
I definitely realized at the beginning of the episode we kind of talked over each other because we're both like, we both want to ask Kerrigan's questions.
Oh, well, I had so many more questions I want to ask.
She should come back.
She's definitely audience member. Spoiler alert. You might see a lot of people get on season 2.
Yeah, we're looking for a star-studded cast.
We're looking for a lot of friends.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we have one or two more. Okay. Who is more likely to be the serious one in a game?
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Me.
Me. Oh, disagreeance. Why do you think you're the serious one?
So, like, I think. Okay. I think I might have to give it to you because I will say I'm a serious one in at least 60 or 70% of my games.
Okay.
Because, like, obviously I want to win, but it depends on the people I'm fighting against. It depends on the commanders we're all playing. And it depends on how everyone I feel is doing, like how I can gauge how everyone's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let's say we're playing a game, right? And I'm playing Halcyon, and Halcyon is famously like my weakest deck.
Bracket 2, 1.
Bracket little 1, maybe a 2, but he is one of my weaker decks. And obviously, I know that he can do some pretty great things if I'm able to get lucky. But compared to other decks, like maybe someone's just like. Maybe they're feeling that emotional baggage and they're like, I just didn't have a good game last game, and they want to shine a little bit more. So that's one of my decks that helps people shine a little bit more. So I can be serious, but I can also relax, and I can let people do their things and let people have their spotlight if they need a spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
And I am also serious when it comes to my friends, Darius and Christian. But because now that I have immersed myself so much into Magic, and they know about it enough, but they are still needing a little bit more help. And I will be serious, like with Darius. One of my biggest things with Darius is he doesn't attack, and I'm like, bitch, if you can attack, you should be attacking. So that'll be my big thing with him. And then with Christian,
I do think when it's I'm not saying you're in babysitting mode, but when you're in coaching mode.
When you're in coaching mode.
You realize there's a position you have to play of I need to make sure he's doing that my friend is also doing well, learning the new game.
Right.
You know?
And the only way to do that is you have to take risks.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, mama, that's just the name of the game.
And it's not the worst thing to take risk in a 4-player game where the threat is always changing and stuff. I think that's what makes a good game is people doing something explosive and then the table adjusting to that and someone else doing something explosive, the table adjusting to that.
And also it helps someone learn better and play better by doing as much as they can. Even if say they have a 4/4, they swing and it dies, then hey, at least you swung and maybe the game has changed, but mama, new players, you're not going to learn the game by playing passively. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, take risks, do things crazy, be splashy, especially if you're playing a deck that is well constructed, like a precon or something. Don't be afraid to do the big plays because you'll realize how big plays end up actually playing out in a table of 4 or 3 other players.
Yes.
So yeah, who is more likely to die laughing at their own joke? 1, 2, 3. Me.
You.
Well. If I say a stupid little one-liner, I'll be dying at it.
You do laugh at your own jokes a lot.
You do it too. Maybe it is you. You're right. Because you have your signature little funny laugh of and it's hilarious because you're the one living for your joke. It actually is really cute. So maybe it is you.
It's what's funny is it's literally someone's can I swing at you? And I'm like, Go ahead.
Yeah,
Try it.
Give us some ASMR of that laugh. That's cursed. That's what I know. That's what I know.
And it just keeps getting higher.
Why'd you sound like the world's smallest violin?
I am. I'm the world's smallest laughing violin.
Well, that was our segment on the little newlyweds game.
And now that we're married, we can finally talk about the 5 worst game changers.
I know, we're going to like messy on a boots territory, I guess. We'll see.
We went from pristine to, we just fell in this mud pile and
Ew. Let's go.
Enduring curiosity. Enduring curiosity.
Enduring curiosity. Enduring curiosity. And we're back. So now let's talk about re-examining the game changer list, but instead of looking at the most powerful ones, look at the ones that are the most weakest. Because when you decide to play a game changer in your deck, you're making a conscious decision of getting yourself out of bracket 1 and 2.
Yes.
Because just by definition of the bracket system, by having game changers, you're not playing in bracket 1 or 2. And so I definitely say, if you're playing game changers, make sure you prioritize like the synergies in your deck, the consistency in your deck.
Absolutely.
Because like if your deck isn't consistent and like a pile of hot mess, and you have to put it in bracket 3 and up, you're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah.
These game changers.
That's why I was saying like you can throw any game changers within the colors in your deck, but you should probably be making sure that it makes sense. Like yes, there's the top game changer cards that most of the time they will make like really good games. But also like what was one card that we talked about? Opposition agent. Like let's say you're playing an opposition agent and then nobody's running any like tutors, nobody's running any like land sacrifices.
You might not have opportunities, yeah.
You just threw that creature out and now there's not even an opportunity for you to use it. So now it just feels like unless you somehow force opponents to search their libraries.
Right. So that's the synergy we're talking about. You need to have some synergy in there.
And then like
Wishclaw Talisman or something.
Yeah, and then like let's say you are running Smothering Tide, right? Every time someone draws a card. And not necessarily you don't have to, but if you really want to get the most maximum value out of it, are you making people draw cards?
Sure, yeah, there's some ways. I mean, that one has a high floor, but like still, it's like you should be able to have ways if you have a lot of mana, like mana sinks or like something for big mana. I get it. So when you put we have 5 each of like ones that we think are kind of weaker game changers.
Yes.
And I'd say definitely have intentionality when putting these in the deck and realize that these aren't like game-winning game changers. They're more like, just to put in because you like them.
Right.
So let's start off our list. If we have any duplicates, that's fine.
Yes.
So you want to go first?
I'll go first. Okay, so my first one that I put on here, it's a very popular game changer card.
Ooh,
and I'm coming out and I'm saying, Mama, it's garbage.
Oh.
Gamble.
Gamble. I play that card.
I know you play that card.
I play that. Let me hear your argument.
My argument is while I get that it is a tutor for any card you want, to then randomly discard a single card. And I get it. It's a single card. Maybe you're purposely doing that for value, blah, 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 blah. And maybe if you're clever enough and you have the right hand, that could be good for you. But Mama, to tutor for a card only to later then accidentally discard that same card that you need.
That's messy. That's embarrassing.
If you are not running any kind of graveyard recursion, Mama, you just played yourself. For 1 mana, you played yourself.
Right. If you have no recursion and you get the best thing that you want in a graveyard, the place you can't even get it from, that's even worse than having it randomly in your deck. You
played yourself. And it is so frustrating to like even then, like let's say you have a full hand and you're like, every single card in this hand, I want every single card. To be like, I'm going to choose a card, put it in my hand, and then get rid of a card. Mama, what?
Okay.
What?
I do got to oppose. I'm the opposition agent right now. I got to oppose your argument here.
Let's hear it.
So I play Gamble.
Mm-hmm.
I do play in a Spellslinger deck where I can recur both the piece that I tutored for and Gamble. So, like, actually it's better in there. But I'd say Gamble's still a good card even if you don't have a lot of graveyard recursion stuff. Because if you play it into a hand that's relatively larger, I'd say, like, any hand that has 5 or more cards, then, like, it's just statistically very unlikely that you're going to discard the card that you find, right? It's going to be, like, 1 out of 6 chance, which is, like, a 15%-ish percentage. I'll take that odd, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's, like, 85% chance of keeping it. Like, I'll bet on that, you know what I mean? And so I think it just depends on, like, that means though you need a deck that has card advantage because you need to have literal cards in your hand to make sure that it works out better than not. And what's funny is that you're usually my gamble target, I guess, my little fiend.
Yes.
Because whenever I gamble, I'm like, John, I just shuffled my hand. I showed you in front of me that I shuffled it. Pick a random card. And then it usually works in my favor. Thanks, bestie.
You're welcome. I'm just looking out for you.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. That's what it is.
But I don't know. I still stand on.
That's fair.
There shouldn't be.
It's a risk. It's risky.
Like at least with like demonic tutor, and at least with like what's that other one? Demonic tutor and
Imperial Seal.
All those. At least you're like Vampiric tutor. You're guaranteed to get those cards.
That's true. That's true.
And so I'm like.
Right. One has risk, and one is just strictly good always.
Yes.
It's like, well, there's definitely a comparison that's hard to make. And I agree with you. If there was to be a cut of a tutor from the Game Changer list, I probably would cut Gamble.
Yeah.
I actually I used to, before the Game Changer list even existed, I put Gamble into the deck because I wanted it to be my higher power deck, but I don't like playing just like strictly really good tutors in there. And so that's why.
Wait a minute. I just realized Gamble is in your Izzet deck?
Yeah.
That's a power 3 deck.
It is bracket 3 and above, yeah.
You son of a bitch.
It has 2 card combos in it, too.
You son of a bitch.
I played the Curious Sniv Mizzet combo.
You son of a bitch.
What?
Sorry. Go ahead with what you were saying.
You got audience? John's giving me the most hateful, evil stare into my soul right now.
But with a smile.
Oh my gosh, the devil with a smile. That's you. Okay.
The devil plays Gambit.
So,
the devil plays Gamble.
The devil plays Gamble. That's, oh my god, we should do like a little mini episode.
That would
series
be fun.
or something. Okay. So I picked a weak card that I think is something that like, it's not too crazy to be on the Game Changer list. I understand why. Okay. My pick is Panoptic Mirror.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 5-mana artifact that's imprint. So you can pay X and tap it to remove an instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost X that's in your hand and exile it from the game. So it's imprinted onto this artifact.
Mm-hmm.
And at the beginning of upkeep, you may copy the imprinted instant or sorcery card and play it without casting its mana cost.
Mm-hmm.
So infamously, this card was put on the Game Changer list because, let's just say, you have a 5-mana extra turn spell. You can cast Panoptic Mirror and then imprint the extra turn spell onto it so that every turn you'll cast a new
every start of your turn,
spell.
you get an extra turn.
Yeah,
so you get infinite turns.
Yes. So that's the reason inherently why it's on the Game Changer list. And I think that's really strong, especially if you have like the magical Christmas land of 10 mana to like play it and imprint immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you do that, you still will have a turn cycle where your artifact is on the field that people can remove, and then you get 2 for 1 basically, and you pay 10 mana to something that didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So there are lots of combos that exist in the game that are stronger than this combo that aren't on the Game Changer list. So that's why I think this one probably isn't as warranting to earn its spot in the Game Changer list if I were to cut one. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So it's just like a lot of mana to get like a Magic Crystal land combo that takes a long time. If anything, it's comparable to other like win the game cards that are like put this on the battlefield, see if you like, can wait a turn cycle and then win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's not too crazy, and you need to have like the extra turn spell in your hand to even get that.
Right.
And part of the bracket system does have infinite extra turns as some of its criteria for higher level tier anyways, higher tier play. So like this already exists in the realm of higher tier play.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I think it's fine to consider it one of the worst game changers.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got nothing to say about that.
Okay.
Right?
I think I did good then. Okay,
Yes, you did good.
What's your next pick?
All right, my next one, we actually said it earlier. Imperial Seal.
Ooh,
Mama,
Imperial Seal.
this is one of
a 1-mana tutor.
One mana tutor, but one of the worst tutors in my opinion.
Damn.
First
Clock it.
off, 1 mana tutor. It's a sorcery, and it doesn't even put the card in your hand. It puts it on top of your library,
and you lose 2 life.
and you losing 2 life. Most of the time, it's whatever.
I'm just being dramatic.
But losing 2 life, put it on top of your library. You don't even get the card. So unless you have card draw, this is what I'm talking about, audience. Don't just put cards in your deck and be like, ha 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 ha. Look I put this card in here. So now on my next turn. Mama, on your next turn, the mill player is about to make you fucking mill that card.
Yeah, in CDH, this is played a lot, but also in CDH, there's a lot of effects that like mess with the top card or like do something because that's something they play a lot, and so I do think that
also not even just mill now. I mean, I don't know if it's the most popular archetype, but theft.
Oh, yeah.
Mama, imagine tutoring for a card and then someone's like, that's mine now.
All right, like let me exile the top card of everyone's library. Let me have what you just tutored.
Well, give me that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's funny. That's true. Yeah. I think that it is a very powerful card. I wouldn't put it in the bottom 5, but I do think it is a weaker tutor because there's a whole cycle of these kind of tutors, like mystical tutor and stuff that like search for something and put it on the top.
It's like an instant or sorcery. Mystical tutor's instant and sorcery.
Oh, and this is a sorcery. That's true. Because then you definitely need it. Because you're right. Because a lot of like mystical tutor, you can mystical tutor the end step before your turn. Basically get it immediately. But this one is a sorcery. You're right. So, yeah. I mean, it's a tutor. And I think tutors are just like so inherently powerful that like it's hard. But it's a weaker one compared to them. But I do think it's still really strong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's Imperial Seal. That random tidbit. That card used to be like very expensive, like almost $1,000.
Mama, it's still expensive.
Yeah,
it's over $100.
It is, but that's random tidbit. There used to be a set called Portal 3 Kingdoms, which is like very strange what they did. Basically, it was like a set of like supposed to be easier to understand cards that were like all based on like China real life mythology, like real life lore.
Okay.
And like they would never reprint those cards again, and so like. You know horsemanship?
Yes.
That was originally printed
with that set?
in that set. And it was like so messy to get the horsemanship cards. It was just random.
Mama, there's a current card that has horsemanship and it gives all knights horsemanship, and I'm like,
they came back to that idea, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this card?
I know.
This is messy.
It's like straight up unblockable, basically.
Literally.
Yeah. Okay. My next pick for weakest game changers, I put Notion Thief.
Oh,
Notion
really?
Thief is 2 and a Demure. It's a human rogue with flash. If an opponent would draw a card except for the first card they draw in each of their draw steps, instead, that player skips that draw and you draw a card. It's like you steal any additional cards that they would draw.
Yeah, any additional cards they're drawing.
So it could definitely blow people out where it's like, oh, let me draw 3 cards real quick. And you're like, nope, I draw the 3 cards instead.
Yeah.
So I do think it's like gimmicky in that way. But like I do think that like fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me thing. Like, people aren't going to walk into it when it's on the board. You know what I mean? And so it's like, I do think that's like an indicator of a card's strength is like its trickiness, which it does have the one-time trickiness.
Yeah.
But after that, it's like, okay, you're 3-1. I can just easily get rid of.
I don't know, Mama. I might have to make an argument for that one.
Let's hear it.
I think my argument for that one is a strong card if anyone is playing Rhystic Study.
That is a good way to counter Rhystic Study.
Yes, it
definitely is.
It would be a very good way. Now,
but on the coin of that, what if like your opponents are like, I don't want that encourages me more to like not pay the tax because then neither of you will get it.
I mean, then that's fine because essentially it's insurance in a way.
Okay.
It saying that this this one's saying pay your taxes, but now instead of that person drawing cards, now I'm gonna be drawing cards.
And actually, you're so goated, right? Because if it's like me and you have the Heuristic Study and I have the Notion Thief, I'm never paying the 1.
Right.
It's just every spell gets to draw me a card, basically.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
So now you know.
That's cool.
Now you can be like, guys, just don't pay. Hey, let me be the landlord. You guys don't have to pay.
Fuck landlords.
Fuck landlord.
Except for the one that we know that. Okay, shout out to. Wait, no, I don't know if that's how I want to introduce you on the pod. Anyway,
I was like, this is a very sticky subject because I'm not saying fuck this person in particular, but I'm also saying landlords are like, it's a tricky situation, y'all.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not saying you're a bad person because you're a landlord, but I am saying if you're not checking up on your landlordy, not landlord, is he not checking on your tenants and trying to take care of them, which he is, so I'll give him that.
My landlord's a fucking asshole. Yeah. He's like literally a messy alcoholic that comes over to quote unquote fix something and then like passes out. And it's like, oh my God. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
Anyways, Notion Thief. I do think like it's relatively weaker, but yeah, you're right. It can have some great niche cases. I mean, definitely the Christmas hand of like the power of this card is to play wheel effects.
Yes.
And there's like a whole handful of cards. There's just one. Oh my gosh, you weren't there for when Leovold was played. He's a Sultai card, and he has very similar text where like if people would draw multiple cards, they just can't, right? And so it's a 3-drop commander. And so it was like, let me just drop places on turn 3 and then just wheel everyone and just make sure no one has a hand forever.
That's pretty cool.
So I do agree that side of things can make it really powerful, but that's like 7-8 mana. And so it's like, you know.
That's a lot of mana to get value out of.
Right. It is backbreaking of a combo.
What colors is it?
So Notion Thief is Dimir.
Notion Thief is Dimir.
And then like Windfall effects are in blue. And like there's a good handful to play with it. So in this, it could be a Dimir deck.
What is the other card that you're saying?
Leovold is Sultai. So yeah, Dimir plus green.
Could happen.
Wet Golgari. People say.
Wet Golgari dreams.
Yeah, Wet Golgari.
They're over here like, oh, card draw. Oh.
Yeah, people say that the whitelist 4-color is Moist Jund, which I think is hilarious.
Ew.
Shout out to you, Moist Jund enjoyers.
Okay.
What's your next pick?
All right, my next pick. My next pick is. I don't know if you're gonna agree with this one.
I have a track record. I'm sorry.
You do have a track record. Ad nauseum. Personally,
crickets. I mean,
play the crickets, mama.
I don't know where.
Oh, I mean, you can play that one too. That works too.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway, I think it's this one. There we go.
I love crickets.
For this response, I'm sure. I'm saying ad nauseum because a few reasons. One, I get that it's an instant, but that means one-time use. So you are kind of forced to get all of your value out of that one-time use right then and there. So you have to make sure, you have to hope that an answer you're looking for is close by, and that you hope that your bigger mana cards are not in there because you take damage or you lose life equal to those mana of the cards that you repeatedly keep pulling. So it's like, I mean,
I actually do agree with you.
If you are playing cards where losing life doesn't matter, then sure, this is a great card because then you can just continuously go through. But in games where you're not playing effects like that, then as you're losing life looking for an answer, mama, there's better cards that are around the same price or cheaper that can do the exact same thing that can it's I don't know if there's a name for the effect, but it's all those cards that are like reveal the top card of your library and then put it in your hand and you lose life equal to it or whatever.
Oh, there's not really a name for that.
There should be a name for that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I actually do agree with you in the sense that this card can be a trap.
Yes.
Because it's kind of like falls into that weird niche of cards that like are technically just like worse the lower power you get.
Yep.
And so like if your deck isn't synthetically tuned to play ad nauseum, it's probably a bad idea to play ad nauseum. Because it's like, am I wanting to pay 8 life to draw 2 cards?
Right.
Like, that's a lot. Like, I know it's a 40 life format, but like, in a format where like people are swinging at each other and stuff, 8 is a lot. Just
that's
for 2.
Almost a fourth of your life right there.
Like, you can just play like anything else, like a any like I'm blanking on like the 2 mana draw 2 lose 2 life.
Oh, all of those spells.
But that's already way better than if you're having a bad Adnaz that like hurts you for
Literally.
8, for 2 cards. And it's like if I play like a crazy spicy like blasphemous act, that's not even crazy spicy.
It's
if
not.
If I play a blasphemous act,
Mama.
and I hit that off the reveal,
What is
that's gonna
that?
suck.
Isn't
That's
that
9.
like a? That's 9. Yeah, that's
yeah.
9.
And it's like I don't want to take 9 damage to draw 1 card. That's
Yeah,
goofy.
That's no.
It's embarrassing.
And that's why I'm saying like in the space where we have tutors, and I get you're looking for cards, but don't we also have Bodiless Citadel?
I don't know. I don't know what that card is.
That's the same similar effect.
Yeah.
You get to look at the top card of your library and you get to cast it, but you lose life equal to the casting.
Oh,
so if you just have something
Bolus's Citadel.
Bolus's Citadel. If you just have something that has flash, that gives all your things flash, you can cast every single thing whenever you want, and it's an artifact.
Right.
And you don't have to feel the pressure of being like, I need to do this now, or it's over. And then let's say you do it now, and then you don't find an answer, and you just whittled yourself down to low life totals, and now you're gonna die anyway.
Right. So yeah, I agree that it's like unless like you need the right deck for this card.
Yes.
Otherwise, if you just jam it into like a card, like a deck that you have, it's gonna actually hurt you.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So that's my next worst.
Gotcha. Yeah, I actually think it's a great one to talk about. Great discussion piece on that one. So I'm next going to talk about a really annoying card, Grand Arbiter Augustine the Fourth.
Oh, yes.
So this is a 4-mana dude that taxes your opponents, right?
Yes.
It says spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast, and it also helps you. It says white spells you cast cost 1 less, blue spells you cast cost 1 less, and he's obviously a Nazorius commander.
Yes.
And I do think that like a 1-mana tax is annoying, but it's not like so annoying that like you can't play the game, or so annoying that like they win on the spot. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a good card, and it's just more annoying than it is powerful.
Right.
And like that's really interesting place of like what the game changer list is for. You know what I mean? Like, is it for power? Is it for fun? Is it for preventing annoying things? You know what I mean? So if we're just talking objectively about power, I'd put this one lower because it's just more annoying than it is powerful. It's very annoying, but it's still not the craziest.
Well, and also it's a creature, so
yeah, vulnerable to removal.
And especially because there's a lot more spells out there that can remove or exile a creature versus like remove or exile a non-land permanent.
Yeah, right. Creatures and artifacts, I'd say, like the weakest, like most vulnerable types in the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. Quick and simple, that one.
Yeah, and I get that one, and it's annoying, but I'm kind of like, other than that, and you get like discounted, it's not that crazy.
I'm surprised we haven't had an overlap yet.
Are you ready for this one?
Okay, yeah.
You probably don't have this one, but to me, this one's ridiculously silly. And I understand why it's in the Game Changers, but it's still ridiculously silly. For me, 4th is Ancient Tomb.
Whoa.
I'm going there,
He
mama.
said 2 mana, that's weak.
2 mana, and it deals 2 damage. Mama, sure, if you get that out game 1, sure. That's good. It can
turn 1?
Turn 1. Okay, I'll say turn 1, 2, or 3. Getting that out early, really great.
Right.
After that,
even later, it's still very nice to have. I agree it's less powerful on turn 5 or 6 or whatever, but like it's still strong.
It's basically an extra soul ring.
Yeah.
That deals damage to you though.
We should have a whole episode about should Soul Ring be banned or on the Game Changers list. Don't say anything now.
Okay.
Commenters, leave in the comments what you think about Soul Ring, if it should be banned or if it should be on the Game Changers list. And think about other things that are on the Game Changers list. Think about Game Changer philosophy, because that's a great topic to talk about.
Well, here's also what I want to say
But
about...
don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's also what I want to say. 2025, I don't know if you've been paying attention.
I'm going to sleep.
And actually, Magic Retcon has just recently released a video that made me comment on it, which got a lot of comments, by the way. Or got a likes.
You got a lot of likes on your comment.
It got over 40.
Yeah, MTG Recon.
It got over 40, and I'm twirling my hair thinking about it.
You're
but
popular.
Essentially, his reel was saying here are the best, most notable cards from each set in 2025.
Most notable, like most popular?
Most popular cards.
Okay.
And Mama, you'd be surprised, but a lot of those were lands.
That makes sense. That checks out.
And I was like, 2025 has been the year of just incredibly powerful lands.
I mean, always the dual lands of each set are usually pushed for commander, so they're always going to be the most popular.
Those were popular. I mean, we just got Edges of Eternity with all of their powerful lands.
The planets.
Regardless if you have to station them or not, every one of those effects
Right.
are very powerful.
If you riff on Gaia's Cradle, it's going to be good. If you riff on Tolarian Academy, it's going to be good. So it's like, it's really hard to balance those cards because it's like, that effect is so insane and has proven to be insane in the history
Mama,
game.
we got, what is it? It was like Mist Village, something like that, and it's the one where you can pay a blue and make your next spell uncounterable.
Oh yeah.
Like that is crazy good.
It's really good because it comes in untapped if you have like a basic of a certain type, right? So it's like basically no downside if you're playing a really tuned mana base.
Yes, honestly, I think that card is stronger than Ancient Tomb. Because Ancient Tomb is just 2 colorless mana that deals 2 damage to you.
I don't know, sissy. I don't know.
Well, you're saying it, and I understand, again, why you're saying it. Because you're saying it in the view of high CDH, like fast mana, like playing playstyles. I'm saying in a casual game, Mama, why do you have this, and it's dealing 2 damage to you, and you're not a life gain deck. You got nothing like saving you. You're not a black deck where you're doing effects that you need that fast mana for it. You know what I mean? Like this is why we got to talk about like make sure when you pick cards you have very thoughtful reasons why it's in your deck. Like, do you need that fast mana? Are you an aggro player that needs that fast mana?
Yeah.
Do you have ways to make sure that this consistent damage you're hitting yourself with is having value? Like obviously in some CDH like Gooner's head. Like the idea is turn 1 Ancient Tomb, tap it, take 2 damage, Soul Ring into Archaic Signet into.
There's better things than that too, isn't that crazy?
Right, and that's what crazy. I mean.
But yeah, just like the dream of getting so much mana turn 1.
Turn 1.
Turn 1 wins exist in that format, and a lot of it has to do with fast mana like Ancient Tomb.
And so that's why I'm saying I get it, but unless you're playing that, high-powered CDH games and most other games, I'm kind of like, Mama, we literally have cards now that say pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color. Mm-hmm. Adding 1 mana of any color at the very beginning can also be just as impactful. You can get off your other, your gamble. You can get off your gamble. You can get off your what is that? Enlightened Tutor. You can get off an Enlightened Tutor. There's a lot of 1-cost colored spells that are so good, and we have so many lands nowadays that can come in untapped, add 1 mana of any color that have less downsides than this damn land.
So this damn land. So I don't fully agree with what you're saying in terms of like how powerful it is, but I do agree with the general consensus of if you're not doing crazy things with it, it's less powerful.
Yes.
And like if you're playing in lower power brackets or lower powered games where the early mana doesn't matter that much.
If you have an Ancient Tomb in your bracket 1 and 2 decks, which I mean like
couldn't work.
Couldn't work because it would immediately make it a bracket 3.
Yeah.
But like if you're playing it and you're like, oh, I've got this like all woman looking left thing, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Ladies looking left deck. Yeah. But I know what you mean. It's like you're really not doing it. Like you're cheating out like a 4 mana 2/2. It's like, wow. You really got us with that one, Chief.
You got us.
So, random MTG history, just because I'm that person.
Go ahead.
So there used to be a card that was legal in the format called Mana Crypt.
Yes.
And it's a 0 mana Soul Ring, basically. It paid for 2 mana. Mm-hmm. But it had the downside of at the beginning of your upkeep, you flip a coin. If you're wrong, you lose 3 life.
Yeah.
So it would like bolt you if you like 50% of the time it would bolt you.
Yes.
And I actually saw obviously the card's very powerful and would definitely be.
It got banned, Mama.
It literally is banned.
Yeah.
Because it's so ubiquitous. But I saw a lot of people talking about how in the same argument you are, if you're playing lower power, it could actually be hurting you more. Because I mean, let's just say you lose 3 flips. That's almost 10 damage. Like that you've lost. Like a fourth of your life total. And when you're playing like battle cruiser, swinging at each other metas, like that matters way more than you think. So I can kind of see what you're talking about. And I should really keep that in mind more. That's the perspective you're coming at this with is like, making sure that like every ounce of damage matters because games go long and slow, and like on that grind, you need all the life.
You need all the life.
So my next pick is another really salty one. It's Dranith Magistrate, the 2-mana 1/3 that your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands.
Yes.
And obviously, this is a very quick way to lock people out of their commanders.
The
whole reason why we're playing this format, you know what I mean, is to have a commander. The whole like direction your deck is probably built in is your commander. So like obviously locking people out of that is very annoying.
And you know what? There's a lot of effects nowadays where you, what is it? Oh! My 1 cost. It's like light something. But it's a 1 cost in my Rex robot deck.
Okay.
It comes in and it makes people exile a card from their hand. So like make people. There's a lot of effects like that where it's just basically like it's from Edges of Eternity.
Oh yeah.
And it's a 1 cost. It's an angel.
And they can't play it unless they play one more.
Unless they play one more, or if it's a land,
it comes in tapped.
Yes. So there's a lot of cards nowadays. I feel like that just be like. You exile your hand, and then with that on the board, you can't play any of that.
Right.
And then imagine if you have effects to continuously blinking that, so everyone's exiling the cards in their hand.
Right. They cost
Mama,
more and more.
You're not playing a game.
I mean, that is stacks. That's stacks.
That's stacks.
And I do think there's a place for stacks, and I don't think stacks on like lighter ends like this are the worst thing. Like a effect that where your opponent's creatures come into play tapped, like Thalia, for example. Like I don't think that's crazy OP or anything.
Right.
And if anything, it's only hurting the hasty combat decks, which sometimes need to be put in their place. So, like, you need to slow down because I can't keep up with that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it's just kind of like an effect that's annoying. So, it's ultimately like, it's annoying, but there's ways to interact with it. It's a creature. Like, and, like, if your deck can't do anything without your commander, that's a problem. So, like, just something to keep in mind of. But other than that, yeah. What's your next? I'm surprised we haven't overlapped.
I am surprised too. I was convinced we were going to overlap. Okay,
yeah, we have
are you
one
ready?
More. Yeah.
And one last one. It is Braid's Cabal Minion.
Oh my god, the 4-mana one?
The 4-mana one that says at the beginning of your upkeep, it's opponent or player? I think it's each player. Each player sacrifices a creature, an enchantment, an enchantment.
Artifact, creature, or land.
Artifact, creature, or land.
The last one being the key.
The last one being very key.
Yes.
But it's a good card, but you know what's a better card is the other Braids.
The 3-mana one?
The 3-mana one. Because that one, and I get it, it's only at your end step, but that one says at your end step, you sacrifice something.
Yeah.
And then everyone else has to sacrifice something
that
similar.
Matches, or the same type.
The same type. And if they don't,
Draw
they lose 2 life, you draw a card.
I think that's by the way, I think that 3-mana Braids is very powerful, and people need to be jamming it in their decks. And
that is a very good card.
Yes,
especially in four-player games.
Yes, it's a very strong card.
Very strong.
4-mana Braids, though, I do think by itself isn't crazy, and in your mindset, again, in lower brackets, is actually not too bad. It's just like a similar effect where if you're playing this as your commander, you're playing a degenerate strategy of like, let me continuously keep the creatures off the battlefield, keep the artifacts off the battlefield.
Yes.
So people just sacrifice lands.
Yeah.
And that is where it gets like frustrating and annoying. I do think like if it's like a bracket 4 deck, that can be really oppressive and annoying as flip.
Yes. Where you're constantly having to sacrifice something.
Yes. If it's a bracket 3 or lower with this card, it's like, okay, because I can just sacrifice a token or something, or a mana rock, worst case, or whatever. But
there's also other cards that have similar effects as that I think are a lot stronger. Like there's some demons that say at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, I think it's like sacrifice 2 creatures.
Yeah, but almost none of them say land, and that's for a reason because they learned that she was stupid for doing that. But like I said, lower tier, it's not too crazy
but red also has a lot of ways to destroy land.
Yeah, there's other like mass land destruction that aren't even on any of these game changer lists and stuff. So like, yeah, if you just want to destroy lands, you can just do that way easier.
There's a lot of ways you can now.
Yeah, it kind of gives me like Turgrid, where Turgrid's the one that's the 5-mana. When someone sacrifices something, you get it.
Oh, okay.
And so it's just like those decks are made in a certain way to just be very annoying.
Yeah.
Like you never get to play anything.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Well,
it. That's all I got.
Beautiful.
Where's your fifth one?
My last one? I don't know. I'm kind of like second guessing myself now.
What would you pick?
I picked. Well, okay. I'll talk it out. I don't know if it's the best. I don't know if I'd put this on the list anymore.
Okay.
It's Glacial Chasm.
Oh, I saw that one. Yes.
It's a land with cumulative upkeep 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so each turn you're going to pay 2,
Life.
4, 6, 8 each upkeep, right? And when it comes into play, you have to sacrifice a land.
Mm-hmm.
And it does say you cannot attack. So like 3 downsides already. But it does say you cannot take damage. It's prevent all damage that be dealt to you.
Yes.
So the reason why I was thinking about this as like why it's bad is because it hurts you a lot and it takes a land. And if you're just a casual deck, attacking is probably how you're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes it really hard for you to even win. But obviously, if you're playing this card, you probably want to play it in a deck where you're not attacking to win. I was also thinking that like a common way for you to lose is like aristocrats or like loss of life, which wouldn't be prevented this way because it just prevents damage.
Yeah.
And so like it doesn't even account for some of the most popular ways people play the game. But
it's just any effect that makes you lose life?
yeah, prevent any damage. So it could be like pinging, for example.
Does life loss count as damage?
Very famous question, rules question. Life loss is not damage. Yeah. So like if I have Glacial Chasm and you have like
Blood Artist
or whatever, if it makes me lose life, then I still lose life. You know what I mean? Even with my Pillow Fort of the Glacial Chasm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, loss of life is really important, and there's some really niche rules interactions. Like you can't give your Blood Artist life link and get life from that because it doesn't deal damage. It just causes loss of life.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I could see either way now, just because like it is also a really strong Pillow Fort, but
it kind of sounds like to me like, you know what's funny is a lot of stack pieces, you want to play them as early as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those stack pieces you could probably play and save your ass late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's a cumulative, it kind of feels like the opposite end of a Mystic Remora. Because when you play Mystic Remora, you want to get that out in the beginning. And I mean, you could play a Mystic Remora anytime and you could get value out of it. But like a Mystic Remora definitely does the most for you in the beginning before people have ways to like blow it up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Mystic Remora has that accumulative upkeep that at a certain point you're like, okay, I don't want to be paying.
Especially for a 1-mana thing, you can't keep up with it.
You're like, I don't want to keep up with this because blah, 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 blah reasons. I feel like the Glacial Land
Chasm,
is like the opposite of that, where you play that late game and then suddenly it saves you from like the
big
swings who coming at you.
I do think that a better version of this card exists that's not on the Game Changer list. Was also something I thought about. Solitary Confinement is a 3-mana enchantment that has similar text where it prevents all damage that'll be dealt to you.
Yes.
You also get Shroud from it, so Blood Artist couldn't target you.
That's pretty good.
You skip your draw step, and at the beginning of upkeep, you have to sacrifice it unless you discard a card. So that's the down. That's like the upkeep that cost for it, but it's not cumulative. It's not going to grow. It's always just going to be one
card.
And so you have any way to draw at least one card a turn, then it'll always be paying for itself.
Yeah.
And so I think it's better in some ways, but yeah, that's my last card of the thing. So yeah, I think this was a very fun.
This was very fun,
and a very fun and easy first episode of the season.
Yes, a very dramatic one for the listeners.
Yeah, cool. Any last words? Pay your taxes, people.
Pay your taxes unless you have
Notion Thief.
Then don't pay taxes and just get your card draw. And then other stuff. I don't know. Big shout out to you guys listening this season too.
Yeah, keep us going strong. We appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
You just listened to Enduring Curiosity.
Feel free to check out another episode.
And this is your host, Jon
and Sethy.
Bye.